Good evening. It is Wednesday, December 31st, 2014, New Year's Eve, and I have already fallen way behind on those videos I was supposed to be making, but there is no time like the present to make up for lost time. So here I am with a year in review video, I suppose, to go over 2014, what I'm looking forward to in 2015, and I guess to also update on my life. So, 2014 was an exciting year for me. I did a lot of things that I didn't necessarily set out to do, but they were great things. I have had not one but two jobs in 2014, and I have been blessed enough that when I got tired of the first job, I was able to quickly find a second one, and that was amazing. Both jobs were and have been a learning experience, and I'm still growing from them, and I'm very proud of myself for having entered the workforce and being able to make it in the workforce, because that was a concern of mine for a long time. Having gone to college, and people always telling you college age kids are not ready to adapt to the real world, but damn it, I did it. It was hard, but I did it. Um, this year I went to the Allied Media Conference, which was an amazing experience. I got to present. That was one of the first workshops I've ever presented, and that was awesome. And I met a lot of great people and caught up with a lot of people that I had met in the past. And I really enjoyed that space, and I hope to be able to partake in something like that again soon. And I also visited the nation's capital for the first time this year, which was a really wonderful experience. Went for my birthday with some of my best friends in the whole wide world, and we toured DC up and had some great food and went to some great nightlife spots. And I just really enjoyed everything about DC during my trip. I would never move there, but it was a wonderful city to visit, and I would definitely go back again. Um, I also started testosterone this year, and we are now about 6 to 7 weeks into that experience, and that's not something that I ever thought that I would be saying or doing. And I feel like I've had more mental clarity over these past few weeks than anything else, and I don't know. I mean, it's been a really great experience so far, and I mean, I can also attribute some of that mental clarity to my therapist and a lot of hard work, but I think testosterone had a lot to do with that. And I mean, there isn't really much to update there about that, because everything so far has been mental. And plus, I promised myself I wouldn't become one of those people who was like meticulously documenting every change. Like, oh, my hair grew a centimeter since I last talked to y'all. So I haven't even been keeping track of that stuff. I'm just like, the changes will happen when they happen. Um, I have also done a crap ton of reading this year. Like, I have read so many books this year, and I am so proud of that, because while I was in school, it was impossible to read anything that I actually enjoyed this year, or I would actually enjoy. So now it's really amazing that I've been able to read all of these books and catch up on my comics. I caught up on my freaking comics. Like, you all do not understand how many comics I have from 2013 that I never finished. And I had 19 issues of the Avengers. 19 issues from the restart of the Avengers, that I had never even read. I never even read one of them. And I read it and was like, yo, it took so long for it to get started. Like, I read the first 16 episodes or books and was like, oh, hell no, I'm not buying another one of these. I'm not continuing this. And then you would know in number 18, it got really interesting. So, such is life. But anyway, I caught up on my comics, caught up on my books, and that was a really great experience. I will say one of the best books I read this year was Sula by Toni Morrison, and shout out to Luna for putting me on that, because I read The Bluest Eye and was ready to give up on Tony. I'm gonna be real with you. And I've also read Song of Solomon. Let me stop. And I've tried to read Beloved like 15 times and never got all the way through. But anyway, read Sula was an amazing experience, and then I tore through like 3 other Toni Morrison books, and yeah. Toni Morrison, the best, the greatest. Please get into it if you're not. She's the move. I also read Are You My Mother by Alison Bechdel, which is one of the most amazing books I've ever read. I mean, I just really identify with Alison Bechdel's work a lot, and she inspires me in ways that I didn't think would be possible for a white lesbian writer to inspire me, if I'm being real. But, so all of that happened, and I also stepped my style game up this year, which y'all can never see because I never give you a full body view. But anyway, um, I mean, this year has just been really good on a lot of levels, and there was some really good music that came out this year, and I've been overplaying the Pink Print probably, but it's so awesome. I mean, it's amazing. Like, to me, it's one of the best rap albums I've heard in a long time, especially throughout the year. I liked Forest Hills Drive too, and I also liked Broke with Expensive Taste, of course, and a few other things. I'll make a separate video about the pop culture typey stuff. But a lot has happened in 2014. I mean, we've seen race relations, I guess, finally come to a head, so as the media wants to put it. And we've basically seen them deteriorate even further before our eyes. And personally, I've also not done a lot of the things I said I was going to do in 2014. And for me, that is okay, because the aforementioned things that I did do were huge, huge milestones for me. And that, for me, is setting me on the right path to get all of the things that I didn't accomplish in 2014 to be done in 2015. And so I'm looking forward to 2015 with my eyes wide open, and I am ready to see what the world has in store for me, both good and bad. Bad will always be a challenge to deal with due to my nature, but that is a part of life. The one thing I do wish, though, is that the year hadn't flown by so quickly. I mean, my goodness, I feel like I was just listening to Beyonce like yesterday, and that album came out over a year ago now. And yeah, I measure my life in Beyonce albums. But anyway, it's been over a year, and I suppose that's because a year becomes less and less of a time period in your life the older you get. I mean, that's how math works. But it's still kind of mind-boggling to think that 2014 is over and 2015 is going to be here in approximately 3 hours. 3 hours and 1 minute to be exactly. 2015 will be here by my watch, EST. So, I hope for you that 2015 is one of the most prosperous and amazing and loving and beautiful and wonderful years of your life. I hope that you achieve everything you set out to do and more in 2015, and I hope you achieve things that you didn't set out to do like I did in 2014, because that is what makes life truly unique, when things don't always go according to our plans. I want you all to know that you are beautiful, awesome, amazing people. You have intrinsic self-worth. Don't ever forget that. And I love you all. And I'm wishing you a very, very happy new year. And I'll see you in 2015.